there. How you guys doing? Um, just going to say it right away, my throat is a bit tired, so might be a bit of a shorter stream, we'll see. Didn't want to cancel it. But, yeah, my voice isn't too happy with me. No, I didn't. I probably just drank something that was a bit too cold. You know how it is. That's why I usually just drink warm water. But today I actually have 1 cup of tea in addition to my water. Hoping that's going to help a bit. We'll see. No, I didn't. Who won? Because I'm still... Well... Don't know the right way to say this, but I hope my country does not win overall. Because I prefer being able to sleep and not having people, like, scream a bunch. So, like, thank you for the sub. Yeah, so the better the team does at football, the louder the fans would get. So, while I might not hear them right now, still. Yeah. Oh, fine. Just celebrating the anniversary of a subscription. That is still very confusing to me. Well, either way, thank you. 38 months, so I still haven't figured out if I want to do something for like the 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year sub anniversaries eventually. I mean, if I want to do that, like, I'd have some catching up to do. So, we'll see. But yeah, might still be a thing eventually, if I can come up with something. Don't know what, but well, either way, that's still an option. So, um, as I've mentioned in chat, yes, we did reach chapter 3, and hello, how you doing? Checking if my tea is done yet. I think it might be, but I'll give it a couple more minutes. Because I have peppermint tea next to me on the desk. Very different beverage from my usual warm water. I'm doing okay. My throat is not happy with me. I've possibly done too much talking yesterday on stream. Or had water that was a bit too cold. Either way, might not be able to do a super long stream because my voice might just, well, decide that it's enough. Yes, peppermint tea in a mug. No, it is tea, not any other beverage. Yeah, it's probably fine. There. And to show off my mug, there, it blends in with me because it's black. So, it very much fits in. So it's a black mug with a white rim. I'm not sure if it's a big mug. I think it might just be me that's kinda small compared to other items. My hands aren't that big. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to not have it get worse. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, tea is fun. And I mean, um, I can post a picture of it next to banana later. But yeah, the whole banana for scale meme is fun. But yeah, I mean, there are lots of different types of tea, especially depending on which country you're in. There's like fruity teas and all that stuff, and different versions of green tea, black tea. So there's plenty of variety to try, and there's a good chance you're going to find one that you actually like. I'm generally more into the fruity and herbal teas. So. But I still think green tea is decent. So, beer. Yep, pizza tea. That would be interesting. Anyways, I'll start up the game. And we'll see how that's gonna go. So, load that one, I think. Right? Alright, we found a cylinder, and I listened to it at the end of the stream. That's how I ended up there. So... this is chapter 3. Wrong side. So, let's see. Yeah, the inside of the train still looks the same. Thank you for the host. How you doing? Did you bring tea? I've got tea. Fair enough.
I don't need to do.
So, what's the thing that's missing here?
This thing's jammed.
Right, that.
This thing's jammed.
And there's a part missing
That's
there.
going to...
So I need to add something here to then be able to move that. $22, that sounds lovely. Over here it's 26.8. And yes, I am drinking hot tea while it's 26.8 degrees indoors. So, did he tell me
Oscar,
anything else?
what's going on? Why has the train stopped? Where are we?
The springs of the train are unwound again, Kate Walker. As for the question pertaining to our geographical location, I really haven't the slightest idea.
Well, we'd better get looking for a winding machine, my dear Oscar. I hope that this place actually has one.
The air here is so polluted that I could not possibly risk leaving the locomotive. My joints might corrode irreparably.
Right. Let's see.
Indoors or outdoors?
See you soon, Oscar.
I shall stay right here, Kate Walker.
I mean, if I remember correctly, part of Austria is supposed to, like, hit some temperatures above 30 degrees this week, so... yeah. Sure, it's gonna be fun for all the people there. Smugly drinking my tea. A maximum of 13 degrees. Well, that really does sound nice. Well, I'm guessing it would be winter where you are. So. Just based on the temperature. Yeah, exactly. Yes, let's all just move to Australia for the next few months. I'm sure Australia won't mind. So, I can't take this thing back and use it at the other place. Well, not in winter. And, well, I guess it depends on where you are in Australia. I guess the areas that are mostly desert wouldn't really have much of a winter, more of like a hot dry season and hot rainy season. Why would it be awful in summer? Because, well, I'm guessing it would be less icy, but or more icy? Which one's the Arctic? I always forget which one's which. North Pole or South Pole? Well, either way. North, okay. Yeah, so it would be summer, kinda. Yeah, I've told you I'm horrible at geography. You just don't believe me. Wait, so south, like, which one now? Now I'm even more confused. It can't be both. Putting off playing GeoGuessr doesn't mean I'm secretly good at geography. Wouldn't I want to show off my geography skills if I had them?
That door is locked. I've got to find another way around.
Sure. That sounds like one way to remember it. But yeah, stuff like that is, well, not something I have an easy time remembering. I'd assume they've named the one they found first. And I don't know which one they found first out of the two of them, so. Oh. Yes, it's T-Stream now. I'm definitely missing stuff. Oh. It happened, I think. Thing is moving. Nice. What's weird about me drinking from a mug? Because it's not a bottle. I mean, does this bottle not look huge?
I can't go that way.
Okay. It's not. I mean, couldn't they just, move the bodies elsewhere? Interesting. Now what? What would I use here? Like... chain? Again? And I'm not entirely sure why she's even jumping. Doesn't seem necessary. So... this is one of the games that's just very proud of its animations. So you can't skip stuff like the climbing animation. That would just be silly. No, that's the elevator. I guess I'll search down there. There a light switch? Oh, there's something.
That looks like a ventilation duct.
Okay.
That looks like a ventilation.
I found a ventilation duct. Goody. I'll just have to do more pixel hunting. Because I'm definitely missing something. Just don't know what. Don't even know where the winding mechanism is. Have to be somewhere.
Oscar, what's going on? Why is the train stopped? Where are we?
The springs of the train are unwound again, Kate Walker. As for the question pertaining to our geographical location, I really haven't the slightest idea.
Well, we'd better get looking for a winding machine, my dear Oscar. I hope that this place actually has one.
The air here is so polluted that I could
Yes.
not possibly risk leaving the locomotive. My joints might corrode irreparably.
Right. Let's see. We just keep stopping. When will we ever get to the end of this journey?
Simply wind up the spring and we can set off immediately.
From your mouth to God's ears. Gosh, it's really gloomy here. I wonder where on earth I'm going to find a winding machine.
I have total confidence in you, Kate Walker. You are, after all, a brave and resourceful woman.
Yeah, right. See you soon, Oscar.
I shall stay right here, Kate Walker.
Not so sure about the brave part at this point. Resourceful? Yes, but brave? Eh. Well, it's not that she hasn't impressed me, it's that she doesn't really strike me as especially brave at this point. Yeah, it's not her bed, so doesn't have to fit in it. Close, but not quite.
That door is locked. I've got to find another way around.
I think I might end up needing a hint, just because, well, pixel hunting in the dark. No. Well, I mean, I moved the giant automaton thing, but I just couldn't get any further than moving it and then being stuck on that roof. Sure, I'll try it again. And we'll see if I can find anything after having moved it. Because it seemed like I was supposed to look for the stuff elsewhere. So. This is what I've done. There, yes. Nothing I can do here. At least not without an item. Nothing out here. Oh, fine. There's something over there. No, that's just going back. There doesn't really seem to be anything I can do without additional items, as I said. So... Guess I'll look at these. I haven't done that yet. Oh right, that part. Whatever that means. Now I only have the paper type items. Nothing else. Which is why I figured I need to look for items elsewhere, because there's nothing here that I can pick up. Yeah, it did, but I couldn't go there. She just said, can't go that way. And that was that. Oh! Fine. Okay. Found the way to wind it. Good enough. That was surprisingly quick. I mean, if that was really it, then this chapter was very short. Not sure why they'd make the first and second chapter that long, and then have the third chapter just be, oh, this. Well, Oliver said that. Oh, what is going on here?
You there!
Someone stole something.
That door is locked.
Of course
I've
it
got to
is.
find another way around. Yes?
Kate, can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you just perfectly, Dan, but I can't talk to you now. I'm in a real hurry.
I wanted to say sorry. I know I wasn't very understanding last time. I've been feeling a bit bad about it.
A bit.
Okay, you're a real sweetheart, but I've got to leave you now. I'm not angry with you, so don't worry. I've just got to catch up to someone, and quick.
But Kate! Kate! This is really important!
I'll call you back, Dan. I'm sorry.
Just for the record, whenever she calls him, he doesn't pick up. So. But whenever he calls her, she is supposed to, like, drop everything.
Dan Foster isn't around
See?
to take your call right now, so please leave your message after the tone.
This is what happens whenever she calls him. Yeah. So he's allowed to be too busy, but she isn't.
My God, Oscar! Oscar, talk to me!
Wait, did they steal his hands?
Are you okay?
Why, it is absolutely inadmissible, intolerable, and indescribable. I have been attacked.
What do you mean you've been attacked?
Well,
My hands! I no longer have them! They have been
Yep.
stolen!
God, you haven't got your hands! But
hold
who
it.
did this? What's going on here?
We can be sure of one thing, Kate Walker. That this heinous crime was committed by a barbarian. A dysfunctional individual whose behavior lacks all finesse.
Did you get a look at your attacker? Tell me exactly how it happened.
I was standing here polishing up my metalwork. I was just thinking that with all the dust in the air, it would be a good idea to...
Oscar!
I was very busy, and I suddenly felt two powerful arms grab me from behind and tie me up before I had the chance to defend myself. I wanted to call out, but my attacker gagged me before I could emit the slightest sound. Then he dismantled my hands with a terrifying pair of pliers. It was horrible.
I can believe it, my poor Oscar, but did you see him?
He was a real barbarian, I tell you. He had bloodshot eyes, steel teeth, and brown scaly skin, and he emitted foul odors. He was a monster, Kate Walker, a real monster, and he had a weapon.
Oscar, please calm down. Everything's going to be all right.
I think Oscar isn't that reliable right now.
Who the heck would be interested in automaton hands?
Even though I say so myself, my hands are two marvels of technology. Please promise to return them to me intact as quickly as possible.
Yes, she
I
did.
am very attached to them, Kate Walker.
You were attached to them, Oscar, but like you said, I'm a brave and resourceful woman.
Thank you, Kate Walker. But please, above all, do be careful.
Don't you worry about that, Oscar. Right, Oscar? Let's go find this hand bandit. And this time, we're not going to be such a pushover.
Kate Walker, please do not think that this problem does not concern me. But if it's all the same to you, I would so much prefer to stay here, just to be on the safe side. An engineer never abandons his train, after all.
Yeah, sure. Another good reason not to lend a... not to help me out.
Kate Walker, even an automaton deserves a little compassion. I have just been savagely assaulted. Oh, I can feel one of my spasms coming on. I am on the verge of a clockwork breakdown. And all you do is accuse me of being selfish.
Okay, take a rest, Oscar. You're not much use without your hands anyway. Anything else you remember, Oscar?
I have told you everything, and I'd rather not think about it anymore.
Well, I haven't found any yet.
How old do you think your attacker was?
How old? Such monsters are ageless. I tell you, my wheelwork froze with fear.
I think he must have been an older man. Someone with a soft spot for automatons. An expert who knows how to dismantle a pair of hands with a pair of pliers.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow you.
And what if it was Hans Vorarlberg himself?
Kate Walker,
Why would he steal
in spite of the
hands?
respect in which I hold you, permit me to say that such an idea is stupid. Hans Vorarlberg, my attacker. A father would never attack his offspring.
Good
Get
one.
a grip on yourself. I should point out in all modesty that my attacker must have had muscles to overcome an automaton of my build.
Maybe you're right there, Oscar. I do apologize. Do you know if your attacker stole anything else?
As soon as he'd swiped my hands, he ran away.
Well, at least that's one good piece of news. The train's still intact.
What do you mean, intact? I am the train engineer. It was designed for me, and I for it. By maiming me in this brutal manner, the barbarian has also mutilated our locomotive. Without me and my hands, we're never going anywhere.
Sure, okay. Could you maybe tell me how the train works then?
No.
That is strictly forbidden, Kate Walker. There is only one engineer, and that train engineer is me. I am sure you don't have a license or authorization or even a deputy engineer's permit.
Do you really think it's the right moment to get wrapped up in red tape, Oscar?
Regulations are regulations, Kate Walker.
Right, I'm done. Take care of yourself, Oscar.
Good luck, Kate Walker. And don't forget me.
Alright, time to go forget him. Can I show them to him? No. Alright. Time to find Oscar some hands. He sure is. Yeah, the animations are a bit slow. And in most cases unskippable. So, there's that. I mean, I'm trying to hand Oscar some hands.
That door is locked. I've got to find... That door is locked. I've got to...
Oh, right, there was a ventilation shaft. Maybe I could use the shears on that.
That looks like a ventil... That looks...
Fine, doesn't work. I'd say Oscar is less annoying than Cedric. I really disliked Cedric. Might have been the voice. But yeah. What? You talking about the weather? Well, welcome back. Hope it wasn't too bad outside. Okay. There we go. A tan? What's that? Because, I mean, I don't see a lot of sunlight. I guess the spark plug might be enough. I was just hoping I could find more stuff here. Apparently, it's a no smoking area. Find there's a door.
I can't go that way.
Oh. Of course not. So hopefully the spark plug is going to allow me to use the lever on the mine shaft. We'll see. There we go. Nice. Okay then. Found the light switch. Neither, I'd say. Found a rat. I don't think there are any global animated emotes yet. So. Yeah, it doesn't say global. Can't confirm. I mean, I don't have the slots yet that I'm aware of. Haven't checked in a bit, but I thought there was something about being unlocked for affiliates in December? I can't remember. We'll
That
find
door's
out.
locked.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay, it says something, but I can't read this language. Seems I'm supposed to unscrew it. No, not with the shears. Yeah, on browser, you can click on emotes to find out where they're from. You didn't know that party time was an emote. Oh, I don't know what kind of emote I design yet. I mean... Well, thank you. Here, I can go that way. Okay. I just take his hand instead. No? It's not? You have animated spider emotes in your bathroom. What? Oh, you mean like actual spiders? I don't know if they're his hands. I don't have a clue. Well, that was fun. No, we just unscrewed it. Nope. I think that's a human.
Hey, you! Who are you? Careful, I'm warning you. I'm not afraid of you, okay? What do you want? Why did you do that?
There must be some misunderstanding.
Because you reckon theft is all about misunderstanding, do you? Give me my hands back. Now!
Your hands? And what are those on the ends of your arms? I can explain everything to you. You see, I'm no thief.
You broke into my train, assaulted my driver, mutilated him, and stole his hands. Apart from that, you are not a thief.
I have not stolen them, miss. Only borrowed them for a while.
Without asking.
You've got to be joking.
I'm not joking with you, miss. I would never take such liberties.
They belong to Oscar, my automaton engineer. Why did you steal them?
They are extraordinary. Real mechanical wonders. I would never have been capable of designing such hands myself. Never. such workmanship, such precision crafting. It is incredible.
So,
Absolutely incredible.
And just because you like them, you decided to steal them?
I have only borrowed them, little missy. Temporarily, you understand? Of course, I shall return them to you when I don't need them anymore. You can...
Excuse me?
You see, these hands are all I need to complete my plan. At last, I can finish off my automaton pianist and fulfill my dreams. Everything is now in place. You see, I have converted this old, useless, stupid factory into a magical theater. As you can see, the furnaces, piping, chimney stacks, they've all been converted into one gigantic organ. I will be able to accompany the world's greatest living singer. Now all I need is her...
or what? Is he going to steal her lungs?
Who are you?
Sergei Borodin, the director of the industrial city of Komkolzgrad, or what is left of it at least. But who are you, for that matter, and why have you stopped in my station without authorization?
I didn't choose to stop in your station, but my train has a technical problem. My name is Kate Walker, and I'm an American lawyer.
It is very kind of you to come so far just to visit this place.
Well, I didn't.
Again, I never intended to stop here. I'm on a business trip. I'm a lawyer, goddammit.
Right. And what brings you here?
Like I said, a stupid mechanical hitch. I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineer's hands, I'm stuck here, you see?
Everything I have designed, all that I have invented, everything is for her. Do you realize? Her. Oh, to hear her sing one more time here in my factory.
But who is she? Who are you talking about?
Helena. The one and only Helena Romansky. Her voice is so pure, like an angel. One day she came here to Komkolzgrad. She sang here, you know, when our industrial city was in its heyday. Oh, so long ago now. It was almost unreal. It was magical. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then, later, a long time later, she saved my soul. She saved my life and gave it meaning. When I was told that the mining program was to be abandoned, that this industrial city was consigned to oblivion, that I, its director, would from then on be nothing but a guardian of these rusting remains of a bygone age, that is when I first formed my plan to bring Helena Romansky back to this factory. But this time, she would sing for me, and me alone.
And is she okay about this?
Sure, sure. Once she finds out that I have done all this for her, when she realizes how I converted this vast network of pipes and tubes to create one of the most impressive organs ever made, then, you know, this was no small achievement, miss. Once molten iron flowed through here. Now there wafts only beautiful melodies. But then I realized I had to make an automaton pianist. I began to despair that I would never create hands that were intricate enough. But then you arrived. So lucky, don't you think?
Yeah, that must have been a happy coincidence for someone around here. So, when will this Madame Romansky come back? When do I get my hands back?
I don't know. Maybe someone should look for her. Tell her. Hey, why don't you go? The quicker you bring her back, the sooner you can carry on your business trip. Now, isn't that a good idea?
And you promise that once Helena has sung, you will give me back my automaton's hands?
I promise, my dear. You have my solemn word.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to believe you. Where should I go hunting for this singer, then?
I have no idea. But for a woman of the world like yourself, finding her should pose no obstacle. Helena Romansky was a world celebrity, you know. I have collected many objects, souvenirs of her that I keep in a room. A shrine to her glory. It's like her own personal museum in a way. You should take a look.
I don't remember this part of Phantom of the Opera. But it feels heavily inspired by it.
This whole story is completely nuts. And what if I helped you to make some other hands just for your automaton?
Why should life be complicated when I already have what I need? And I very much doubt you are in any position to create such a perfect pair of hands.
You mentioned an automaton pianist, didn't you? Where did you find it?
I pieced it together myself, my dear. Except for the hands, that is. I admit that I underestimated the intricacy of this part of the design. A pianist's hands are very important, after all. But enough. Now he has a perfect set of hands.
Your passion amazes me. Have you designed any other automatons here?
No. Clockwork mechanisms do not interest me as such. I simply needed a robot capable of accompanying Helena Romansky on my huge organ. I adapted an existing model, a reject automaton secretary. I reconstructed it and adapted it to this new function.
An existing model, you say? Did you ever know Hans Vorarlberg? He was a kind of mechanical genius, like yourself.
Hans Vorarlberg? Yes. Or maybe... I don't know. No.
Sure, I understand. The number of automatons still functioning in this abandoned complex is amazing, though.
My dear, one thing is for sure. For many years, I have been totally alone here. If that man ever came to this city, he left long ago.
Obviously.
When you stepped on the train, you were trespassing on private property.
Everything in this city, sweet lady, belongs to the state. And to all intents and purposes, the state in this city is me.
My train is not a part of this factory. And besides, we never would have stopped here in the first place if its engine hadn't needed winding.
Well, as long as your train is at this station, it may be requisitioned and used for industrial purposes.
Great.
Out of the question. And I forbid you to do so.
Maybe I won't have to. Perhaps we can maybe come to some kind of agreement, my sweet lady.
I hope so. And fast. Please excuse me.
Ending that conversation. Yeah, no.
It seems this monorail is controlled from somewhere else.
So, let's look at the shrine. Because that's not going to be creepy at all. As you do. You just like, steal her clothing, put it up in your very own museum. Why not? Okay then. How many pages are there going to be? It's not that much text. So, young Helena Romansky's crystal clear voice moves amateurs and professionals alike, gathered for the 9th festival in Brussels. The young Russian soprano was the revelation of the event. She's an exceptionally talented singer, and at the tender age of 20, Helena looks to have a very promising career ahead of her. Helena Romansky's finest numbers are collected here on this golden disc, millions of copies of which are being sold around the world. Comrade Helena Romansky sings for the people. Her series of recitals with piano performed in the factories of our great republic. After Kiev, our diva arrives in Koltsgrad? Whatever. Ravishing Helena is seen here with the factory director. I guess that's the guy we saw earlier? I don't know. And several admirers. So, her success in Europe is assured. She's our nation's glory, and it appears in triumphs every night on Europe's most famous stages. Following from Milan, Paris, and Vienna, Helena Romansky gave an exceptional recital in which her voice was even more powerful and moving than ever. At this point, she's at the peak of her artist career, and her recitals that year are exceptional. The high point and testimony to this greatness is her unforgettable interpretation of Rigoletto, sung with her great friend, the Russian tenor Frank Malkovich. Let's not forget that the latter has recently decided to pursue his career in the United States. And last one. Yesterday evening, adoring crowds filled the thingy to say their fond farewells to Helena, their diva, making her last ever public appearance. She revolutionized lyrical artistry, and her name has already passed into posterity. Through the well of emotion, her fatigue and illness, she merely managed to utter a tearful thank you. Okay. So he tried to send her a bunch of letters. So, dear Helena. Wait. That letter was sent 5 years ago? I don't think I should actually find Helena and bring her here. I think he might be a tiny bit out of his mind if he's been trying to contact her for 5 years already. Either way, Dear Helena, pray forgive me such a familiarity of tone. I have written to you so often and for so long. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? We're currently, reading a lovely letter a guy who is seemingly a stalker wrote to a singer. It's great. I'm so very comfortable reading this. What were you streaming? Yeah, he is. Very much reminds me of Phantom of the Opera. So I think his character might be inspired by it. So. I have absolutely no clue what that is. And stuff. What stuff? Thank you for the follow. But yeah, it definitely feels like it's inspired by Phantom. Because, well, hello, how you doing? And, yes, hello. You've been here for like at least an hour, but good time to say hello. I mean, better late than never. But yeah, as I was saying, definitely feels inspired by Phantom of the Opera, just based on, well, his behavior and choice of words. So, okay. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've heard of it. Maybe I have, but I can't remember. Either way, where was I? I've written to you so often and for so long that I feel I've come to know you intimately through my correspondence. I don't think any of the letters actually arrived. Just for the record. So, I hope if my previous letters have reached you, that you share this feeling. I don't think she does. Well, he's infatuated with her. I don't think she actually knows he exists, because it seems all the letters have been returned to the sender, which is him. So, she shook his hand once and saved his life, but I'm not sure she was actually there for that part. Because it seems like he only met her once, and then hasn't seen her since. So, either way, I'm writing to you at this address for the 112th time. Well, how very reasonable. I hope that one day you'll return here and you'll find one of my letters, this one maybe. You will return there. Yeah. I can only hope. It's just that I have so much to say to you, so much to share. My work progresses well. As I wrote before, the hardest part was to put theory into practice. But I'm gradually finding solutions to the problems and have managed to add a whole host of fine adjustments. Grand Organ is now nearly complete. Can't wait for you to see it. I've transformed my factory into a crown, and I hope that you will be its jewel. It is a magnificent stage, one worthy of your talent and beauty. Helena, I feel so close to you. You and you alone are all I think about. After I've met you once, years ago. It's not creepy now. Where was I? The more time that goes by, the more certain I become that one day you'll visit me in this factory that is dedicated entirely to you. I have immense hope in my heart, and I'm awaiting your acceptance of my invitation. Yours in faith and devotion. Yikes. So... and it's a stack of letters. I just read one of them. I don't want to find Helena. And I don't want to impersonate her. So... can I just steal the hands back and leave, pretty please? Because I'd rather not be here. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure it's safe for her to be here. Is that guy, he seems a bit out of it. Just a bit.
That door is locked.
Well, that's your problem. We're not here to look at mannequins. Do I need to tell you about the wonders of the internet, or... because... I mean, I've also got a green screen to just insert the background from the other place. My setup doesn't necessarily make sense. But I do sometimes play, non-retro games. So. But I generally play them off stream. I used to play them on stream. You have to put the slash in front of the me. There. Well, I'm sorry it makes you feel old, but like, this game is Not modern. So. Are those emotes from the same place? Or I guess it might be that it's, like a Twitch preset for animating emotes. Yeah, I think so. Seems like it. So, that explains it. So, where do I go? Found something. Oh, it's that door. Nice. I'll see if I can talk to Oscar. Or... I'm not climb up there. When was that game released? Two 2004, so... If I'm not completely mistaken, that means I don't count it as retro just yet. So, there's that. But I would count it as retro next year.
No point weighing myself down. How are you, Oscar?
Apart from the fact that I am incapable of drinking a cup of tea, of reading the paper, of scratching my nose, or even of adjusting my spectacles, everything is fine. Thank you for asking, Kate Walker.
He's so sassy.
You know, Oscar, some of my reactions here surprise even myself. I didn't think I was capable of all this.
Indeed, I admire you greatly for your achievements, Kate Walker.
That's sweet, Oscar.
The simple expression of a logical conclusion based on recorded data.
Oscar, we can only carry on our journey by train if we get your hands back. And the only way to get your hands back is to accept the director's offer.
You mean bring back this singer, Helena Romansky? Oh dear. And what else will we need to do to get the hands back?
Always ready with the precise euphemism. If it puts your mind at rest, Oscar, I absolutely do not need your help this time. Just take care of yourself while I'm away.
That's a request I'm happy to obey, Kate Walker.
This whole business is taking me out of my way. I'm beginning to wonder if I shouldn't just go back to New York and say that Hans Vorarlberg is dead.
Hans Vorarlberg dead? Do you have some new information you have not shared with me?
No, it was just a convenient hypothesis.
Kate Walker, you mean you are ready to lie? I am deeply shocked. I thought that you were a sincere and honest person.
Do you ever have a moment's weakness, Oscar?
Never, Kate Walker. Discouragement does not feature in my behavior options.
You're right, Oscar. We will find Hans and find him alive. That much I do believe.
That's much more like it, Kate Walker.
Take a note, Oscar. Not breaking down in this hellhole? Good idea.
How many times must I inform you, Kate Walker? This is not a mechanical failure. Winding the spring mechanism is standard service procedure.
Always ready with the precise euphemism.
An engineer also prides himself on precision in such matters.
Okay.
Right.
Good luck.
So that didn't really help me at all. So, now what? Do I even want to ask what you googled? Well, I've decided to have it be at least 18 years, but well. I've had people both tell me that that excludes some games that they consider retro, and that it includes some games that they don't consider retro, so... well. There, we're back at the mannequins. Still trying to figure out what to do here. Because I still don't know. Do I head back to him and talk to him again? I guess that's my main option. Sorry about that. I bumped into my desk. Did you make coffee again? Well, that's not what this channel is about, so...
Listen, obviously all this has been just one big misunderstanding. So you're going to give me Oscar's hands back, and we are going to get out of your city immediately.
Out of the question. I must have these hands. That is all.
Who are you?
Sergei Borodin, the director of the industrial city of Komkoltsgrad. Or what is left of it, at least. But who are you, for that matter? And why have you stopped in my station without authorization?
I didn't choose to stop in your station, but my train has a technical problem. My name is Kate Walker, and I'm an American lawyer.
It is very kind of you to come.
I repeat again, I never intended to stop here. I'm on a business trip. I'm a lawyer, goddammit.
Right. And what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineers...
Everything I have designed, all that I have invented, everything is for...
But who is she?
Helen, why not?
And...
I don't...
And you... Well...
How am I supposed to get to that lady?
Please, excuse me. I have to go now.
Not that I want
So
to.
be it.
I mean, based on that guy, I'm not sure she'd ever get to leave this place again. So, I don't trust him. Well, I'm not going to be doing any yelling today because I don't want to lose what's left of my voice today. I'd rather not. Well, I don't know what it means, but the thing is, you are generally allowed to swear on this stream. Like, the stuff that isn't allowed is insulting specific people or specific groups of people. So, you can list a bunch of swear words if you want, as long as they're not directed at anyone specifically. No, I'm not saying you definitely should list all the swear words, you know. Just that you could. Might still be considered spam. Yeah, well, in that case. Generic swear words are fine. You do you. So, I do anything to the organ? No. I guess for me it's currently 2003 and below. If my math is correct. I mean, thing is still that stuff isn't modern forever. So even if you don't want to call it a retro game, that doesn't make it not a retro game. Hello, how you doing? I wasn't aware I was shaming you. Yeah, can't go any further than that.
I don't need to do that again.
I can't climb down the ladder because there's a part missing. So. I'm pretty sure some of the games I've played in the past, including, well, growing up, would be considered retro by my standards now, so there's that.
I can't go. I can't go.
How is this gonna work? Can't use the shears here. Or there. At least I don't think so. Nothing on the shelf. Well. So... now what? The game isn't really telling me what to do next. Wouldn't know how to travel away from this place. I guess I could check the mine shaft again. and see if I can unscrew the ventilation shaft lid thing. Oh. Interesting. Actually need 2 hands. I even know where they are, but I can't get them.
I don't want to touch it, in case I break it. That looks like a ventilation. That looks like a
I'll go that way or that way. This part just seems weird. Nope. Wait. Is that the other elevator? Yeah. What could I do? I want to get the fire extinguisher. Can I go over on that side? I don't think I can reach it, but I'll try. Nope. Doesn't seem like it. No. Camera doesn't move either. So it's not that. No.
It seems this monorail is controlled from somewhere else. Listen,
Out of
please.
so
Listen,
out.
Please excuse.
So
I can't look back there.
Listen, obviously all this has.
out of the
And what if I helped you to make some other hands?
why
Please excuse me.
so
Maybe I can show him these. No. No. Doesn't say when that was. Probably a while ago. Considering he'd already written 100 letters by 1997, which is 5 years ago from this game's perspective. I think I'm going to need a hint. Because the game is being a bit vague. So, yeah. No, I haven't. Sure, I'll do that.
Dan Foster isn't around to take your call right now.
Not Dan.
You have reached Olivia.
Hi, Mom?
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of course you woke me up. I was sleeping deeply, too. I simply gotta get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry. It's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dan for you, if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing a Marovich or something like that at the moment.
Oh, right.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank Malkovich.
Yeah, right. So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he had the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
That's just great. So then he must have known a famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
No.
Do you know this woman named... Oh, you do? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great. Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. Do you know? Oh. Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arlbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And Frank, too. You're both fantastic. Love you both. Thanks again. Catch you later.
Alright. Oh, I got a new dialogue option, that's what that means. It's even got a sound effect and an icon when I get a new dialogue option.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, Dan?
But Kate, that argument we had, have you forgotten? I really need to talk about that again.
Oh, you know, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
Oh. I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually so delightful. I have the impression that this journey is putting more than distance between us.
Well, it's true I'm living a whole load of new and amazing experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Vorarlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try. Big hug, Dan.
Alright then. He sure does, yes.
Director,
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
True, but I'd say specifically in their relationship, he's worse, in my opinion. I'm not saying she's a great person to other people, but like, out of the two of them, I'd say he'd rank higher on that scale.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arelbad.
Arelbad? Helena Romansky is in Arelbad.
You know the town, then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arelbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone.
Not all of them.
Along with all
Just
the generals
specifically this
and
one.
colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a good place if you need to take it easy or convalesce.
I think Madame Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here, the perfect tranquility of our little town.
So...
How can I get to Arelbad?
There is one way that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some
The what?
pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
I just reached
And
for a
you
bottle.
think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound, then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are inside, I will activate the automatic pilot.
Okay, I'm going. Wish me luck.
I am counting on you, Miss Walker.
I'll try and call the office too. Just... Oh. Why not?
You have reached Moss.
Nope, nothing. So...
Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia, great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arlbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy case? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
And that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting harder and harder to back you up all the time.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I had a drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely, you see?
And what's he been telling you?
Nothing. He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day, and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No! No, not dating, Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Huh. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me to dinner at the Goldbergs. You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia. Take care.
So... her life is a bit of a mess. But it's fine. No, it's just the game making it more and more apparent that Dan and Olivia are going to end up dating each other. And, well, seems Kate and Dan are just not meant to be. Oh, water puzzle. Oh, what's that? Oh no. -5 degrees Celsius isn't that bad though. Like, sure, it's not the most comfortable temperature, but it could be worse. pretty sure I've seen snow just last winter, so. Then again, my brain doesn't quite work, because it's 28 degrees.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Unauthorized procedure. Blood sample required. Blood sample required. Unauthorized procedure. Hey then. There's that guy.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to disturb you, but yoo-hoo. Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff. Oh, holy mother, a dame, a pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, babe?
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from... I'm a bit lost. And I guess you know this place.
Boris Charov, at your service, madam. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, sweet pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. That's an order, soldier.
She's not a soldier.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. We gotta need a special bottle for this special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are our female comrades revolting or what? Uh-oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up. Power to the babushkas.
Okay then.
I heard that maybe you could lend me a vehicle or something?
A vehicle? All our vehicles were picked up and shipped out to the borders years ago. General's orders. I say, let us raise our glass to this finest soldier this country's ever known, little lady.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not in the mood for a drink right now.
And you'll live to regret it to your dying days, sweetheart. To your health, while you have it.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you?
Karlsberg. Of course I know that name. But sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that around here.
Vorarlberg. He's a person. I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here a few years ago.
Well, in that case, let us raise our glasses to this brave man and his very good health.
I came here by train, but I've got this mechanical problem. I had to leave the train down in the industrial zone. The director down there told me you were here.
Ah, Borodine, that dumb traitor. I tell you, he's gone over to the enemy, over to the dark side. It's terrifying, the darkness. Eating out his brain. The jerk.
That's maybe going a bit far. He is a little eccentric, I'll grant you that. But when you live on your own, cut off from the world for so long...
His brain's gone AWOL, I tell you. There's no darkness in my brain. I've got a cure. See? My secret antidote. Go on, have some. It'll stop you getting a cold.
I don't think I'm in a high-risk category, but thanks anyway. So many birds nesting around here. What attracts them all here like that?
Dumb birds. But at least a bird don't get bored, does it? See? They can fly. Them birds, geez, they can fly.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. Because sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch them circle for hours on ends. The birds, they crap themselves when they see him coming. Don't stop them coming back, though.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our cosmodrome of them dirty rats with dirty wings.
Okay.
I need to get to Aralbad, and quick.
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supplies here. Got to keep an eye on them. Tricky job, too, you know. All these bottles.
I was going to... Forget it, it doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little.
Yeah, just a little. Tiny bit.
Strange. Sure, I left a bottle or two around here. I gotta get some air. Wall's getting pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right?
He's fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
Be careful!
Sure, that's
Don't
safe.
lean out too far or you'll...
Ah!
Yeah, he's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I have no clue what I'm
I
doing.
need a key.
I need a key, but then what? So many bottles out here. Yep, I get that. Apparently I'm supposed to mess with that stuff. So I don't know where that key is. Yep, lots and lots of empty bottles. I'm not entirely sure how I got into this place, or how to get out of it. There. Okay, I guess I can't talk to him. Sure, he's doing fine. Everything's fine. Doesn't have a concussion or anything. So is this still part of the third chapter? I guess so, because I still need to go back to get the hands. So many birds down there.
I need a key.
Okay, need a key for that. A very strange place. And a thing that needs blood sample, of course. Because that's not strange at all. And I have a bottle of vodka. Of course. Because I picked it up and now I just have it. Who knows what I'm going to need that for? Oh, I don't think I have one. Now I think of it, I don't think anyone has ever given me a bottle of alcohol, ever. So. I guess that's one of the upsides of looking 12. People don't, like, think of alcohol as the perfect gift for you. Well,
Doesn't look
some
like that
people I do.
works.
12, 14, 16, somewhere around that age range, depending on who you ask. like, for example, with accepting packages, I have been asked if my parents were home because I looked too young to be allowed to accept a package. And I think the minimum age for that is like 14 or something. So, yeah. I was very much old enough to drink at that point. Not 14.
It seems this monorail is controlled.
Okay, so I can't go back. I mean, to be honest, I don't really get why people want to look younger than they are. I do look younger than I am, and it's really not that great. Just means people don't take you seriously, and you really have to take your ID along. Even if you're just, well, doing something that you're more than old enough for. So, yeah. Like, if I go to the cinema, not like I've been doing that recently, but like, another thing, if I buy a DVD or Blu-ray, and it's not like either 0 and up or 6 and up, there's a good chance I'd get carded. So, yeah. I've also been carded for a 14 and up movie at the cinema. That was only a couple years ago, so yeah. Well, it might be inappropriate for someone who's actually 12. No.
I need a key.
I'm not trying to get banned here, so.
I need a key.
I mean, that's a strange way to get customers. But yeah, I'd say, whether or not I get carded depends on the context. So, I don't get carded at uni. Because why would an actual 12-year-old try and sneak into a lecture? What do you mean? Like, I think it's a movie, but I haven't seen it, so. As far as I know, it's based on the show. But, yeah. Other than seeing some of the marketing material and ads for it, I don't really know anything about it. Oh, series. Sure. Could also be series. I don't know. Okay. I guess it's a series that I don't know much about. I just figured that like, they'd keep on advertising it if it were a series, but I haven't really seen any ads for it in like at least a year or two. Don't know when it came out. Don't really keep track of those things. Thank you for the follow. So we might be stuck. But I think I might just need a blood sample of drunk guy. I just don't know how to get it. I mean, his leg is right there, so. Oh well. Where could that key be? No. No.
I need a key.
I've already checked his place. Can I check inside the bottle? I guess not. I mean, based on the state of this place, you might think that inside a bottle of vodka is the greatest place to store your keys. Who knows? I've already tried the cabinets. They don't seem to open. I mean, I can't get to him, so I don't know. It might be.
Doesn't look like that worked.
No. I mean, what is that thing?
Doesn't look like...
Must have some sort of function, but I don't know what. I don't think that's a cabinet, no. It can't all be cabinets. I mean, I thought I've already checked all the cabinets, but check them again. If there is a cabinet I've missed while pixel hunting, I'll find it. Nope. I want to track any of these. No, no. Oh, there. I'd say that's more of a shelf. So I've got a letter, got a key. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to have a door. So, shelf. Kind of blends into the background though, so. Thank you for pointing it out. So. That should be safe. Oh. Oh, that woke him up.
Hey, what's happening? That's water you got there. Stop it! Now! You want me to drown?
Would it be better if it was alcohol? I mean, yes, it's water. What else would it be?
Calm down, it's all right. Just a little wake-up call, that's all. You must have had quite a bit to drink.
Gee, you're right there. Not the first time either. Probably won't be the last. Man, my head. Please, could you whisper?
Please, do excuse me. But it was the only way I could think of to bring you back to your senses.
A little extreme, maybe. But I get the impression you're a lady who likes to see results.
Indeed.
My name is Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer currently in charge of a special case. I'll spare you the details, but I've landed here, you see, unintentionally.
It is indeed an honor to welcome you here to the Cosmodrome, ma'am. My name is Colonel Boris Sharoff. I'm a Red Army test pilot reject, and now I babysit the Komkalsgrad space complex.
This is an amazing complex. Shame it's a little run down.
A
What do you
little?
expect? Space race is yesterday's news. That's the way it is. News 1 minute, history the next.
Like games. Modern 1 minute, retro the next.
I came here by train, but unfortunately it broke down. I've got to get to Arrowbad immediately. Someone told me you might have a vehicle to lend me.
Someone? Who might that someone be? I hope you're not talking about Sergei Borodin.
Well, yes, I am. The director of the industrial complex below.
Be careful, ma'am. He is not a rational man. He can be mean and very dangerous.
He
You didn't say.
suggested I come and see you, actually. But I get the impression that he doesn't care much for you either.
I don't care what he thinks of me. All I say to you is, watch out for him.
Agreed. I got that same impression. Like, out of the two of them, he seems like the trustworthy one. Despite having a bit of an alcohol problem.
There aren't many vehicles on this base.
When they decided to close the Cosmodrome, they towed all the useful equipment away.
It doesn't matter. I'll find some other way.
If I can help you, please, just ask.
I'm looking for someone. Hans Vorarlberg. And I think he came by here about 20 years ago.
Hans? You want to know if I know Hans? But of course. He invented one of the most incredible flying machines of the Cosmodrome. Christmas, good old Hans. Even after that dumb and dirty trick he played on me. But I wouldn't give to see him again.
What do you mean? What did he do to you?
Hans Vorarlberg and his famous flying wing. See, he invented this kind of spring-loaded launcher, capable of projecting a weird rocket into the stratosphere. It was red revolutionary hot, and I was going to be its first test pilot. Holy cow, what a job. And then several days before the launch, Hans disappears into thin air like that. Poof! The test program? Well, it's abandoned.
Just disappeared like that? Without saying where he was going?
You see, he wanted to hit the stars, but not bombs, if you get my drift. One day, Hans finally worked out what his launcher was really for. As the generals have always called the shots here, you realize, and when they asked Hans to screw a nuclear warhead onto his flying wing, well, he wasn't a happy man. So he left. Just like that.
If
Fair enough.
everything was ready, why didn't you just wind the thing up and go flying after all?
Nobody understood machines here like Hans, especially not his own utopian inventions. You see, such inventions only live and breathe with their creator in the saddle. Without him, space travel became damn near impossible. Since then, well, I still like to travel, but in my own little way.
I'm beginning to understand a bit about how Hans Vorarlberg's inventions work. What is this one like?
I don't really know. As you can see, I'm a soldier, ma'am. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not a goddamn aerospace engineer.
I've left my train in the Komkalsgrad station. Do you think it'll get in the way?
If I were you, I'd get out of there as quick as possible.
That's exactly what I intend to do, as soon as the director gives me back my automaton's hands. That's why I want to go to Arrowbad.
So go, and go quickly, and get back what belongs to you. With a man like that, you never know what might happen.
You don't like him very much, then.
I'll confess that since his accident, he's gone a little doolally. These days, I stay clear of him, and you should do the same.
I don't really have the choice. Don't you find it strange to see so many birds in the Cosmodrome?
It's the iron rafters. They love them. Nowadays, they can enjoy a bit of good old peace and quiet here. So, of course, they turn up in flock loads. Sometimes I set Soyuz onto them. just like the good old days.
Soyuz?
Soyuz is the last Golden Eagle left in active service. We had to get the dumb canaries out of the way before takeoff, so what did we do? Set the Eagle on them. And you should see them fly. Soyuz, he's like a cat among the pigeons. Magnificent.
Okay.
Does Arrowbad mean anything to you?
Arrowbad. It's been a long time since I heard that name. It's a spa resort, man. Top brass of the regime would go there. As well as convalescing soldiers, tired politicians, profiteers and racketers, the whole caboodle. They'd go live it up, all expenses paid. One privilege I never got. Just 2 steps away from becoming the nation's hero, and no free holiday for me.
And where exactly is this place?
Further east. We never had to know where exactly. The airship was programmed to take vacationers there. From here.
Do you think the airship still works?
No idea. It has been so long since it was used.
And then I've got to learn how to use it too.
You won't have any worries there. It has an automatic pilot. Go visit if you want. Here's the key.
Nice.
Thanks.
So,
Thank you so much for helping me. I'm sorry to have woken you up like that.
It's been great talking to you, ma'am. I think I'll take 40 winks right now.
fair enough. But, okay, I guess he'll just sleep while standing up. If that's what he wants. So, airship, was it this way or the other way? The other way. So long to go anywhere. And that's the wrong way. So, which way was it? Getting a bit lost. Just a tiny bit. I guess I was up there after all. And I was just heading in the wrong direction. I'm sure it's fine. I'll find it. Speaking of finding things, I should probably save. Because I have made a fair amount of progress, and I don't want to have to redo all of that. There. That way, yes. Okay.
Doesn't look like that works.
I mean, she can't actually steer the train, so... well... we'd still be in chapter 1.
There you are. I was looking for you. I've managed to trigger the autopilot mechanism, but the airship still won't take off. Do you know why?
Maybe. I've got some idea. But you look like you're a pretty good mechanic.
Let's just say that since the start of the journey, I've managed to get by and get to know Hans Varlberg's strange contraptions.
Okay. I have a deal to make with you. I've been living in this dumb launcher site for years. And I've always said that one of these days I'm going to the stars on that flying wing. And I better make that trip before vodka stews my brain. But I gotta know how it works. And you look like you might have some clue at least. If you could help me get to the stars, I'll tell you how the airship works. What do you say? We got a deal?
Why not? I'll see what I can do for you.
That does not sound safe.
What are you tinkering with? Why is it taking so long?
Just a bit longer, if you can. I'm doing my best.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't wait. Put yourself in my shoes. I've been dreaming of this moment for so long.
So, where's the thing I'm supposed to tinker with? This thing?
What do you tinker?
Can I use that on him?
Comrade Boris, I need a few drops of your blood.
Excuse me?
To get the centrifuge going, we'll need to analyze the pilot's blood. If you're going to the stars, you've got to be in good health, you see? That's why I need a blood sample. It won't hurt.
There's two things a good soldier is always ready to do. Drop his pants and spill his blood. Go ahead.
I'll only be needing your blood.
My pleasure, ma'am. Ow!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that machine isn't exactly, going to allow for a safe trip. So. Blood sample refused. Alcohol level too high. Whoopsies. So... oh. There.
Okay, I think I figured out how it works. Get settled in and let's go.
Time to have him go to space while drunk.
Are you alright?
Never been better. Head's spinning a bit, but I am used to that. I'm a professional pilot.
You sure about that? So now what? What? Did it crash? Something going on? Oh, there's someone walking.
Miss Walker! Come in, Miss Walker! Are you receiving me?
Clear as smog. Can you speak up?
I'm ready. Press the launch button.
Uh-oh. Commencing countdown. Okay.
Takeoff procedure engaged. Countdown commencing.
Colonel, you've forgotten to tell me the secret of the airship. What do I have to do?
The airship will need to be cranked up.
Cranked, okay. Well,
10, 9,
pretty sure that's a one-way trip.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Gonna be fine.
1, 0. We have liftoff.
Bye-bye, only sane person in this area. Yep, sane but drunk. Well, too late for that now. Wait, airship was on this side. Yep. Basically. So. So, where do I use the crank? Oh, maybe on that other walkway. Well, I mean, I'm not sure his skull is going to survive that trip. Because, well, they tend to end a bit explodey when they go wrong. So... oh, either explodey or just going off into the void. And, well, never ever being seen or heard from again. That way. Not back down. Yeah, I'm killing things. And people. And animals. Fine. Everything's fine. Who knows, Dan might be next. Seems like a lovely flight. Yes. Very fancy. I don't know. Not sure this is the end of the chapter. Not sure I'll have to find my way back. So, let's explore for a bit. So, save. New phone call.
Hello?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Certainly, Mr. Morrison. We all do. Down on the ground, we're doing all we can, but there's no new developments.
Kate, I don't think you understand the urgency of this situation. Universal Toys are on my back and digging in. I can't hold them off much longer. You're putting the firm in a very tricky situation.
I am very sorry, but a slight mishap or two has meant that I've had to modify my mission temporarily.
Miss Walker, you're walking on a minefield here. I don't have to underline that this affair is Class A priority numero uno. Hot.
I am only too aware of that, Mr. Morrison, and believe me, I am doing all I possibly can. But this mission is really no piece of cake.
You can have all the cake you want and eat it too when you get home. Next time I call you, I want something concrete, something solid. I want results. You understand? Results.
Yes, Mr. Morrison.
Good talk. A human being.
Good morning, sir.
Good day to you, ma'am, and welcome to the Hotel Kronsky. I don't expect you've made a reservation, have you? Well, no matter. We've got a few rooms left with a sea view. By far the best on offer.
Well, actually, I wasn't counting on staying in Arrowbad.
I see. It's like that then. So, what can I do for you?
Seems he's a bit of a ventriloquist. His, mouth movements don't really match up with his dialogue.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer sent by a major American law firm to take care of a delicate inheritance case.
Ah, very pleased to meet you, Miss Walker. Felix Smetana at your service. I'm the receptionist of this establishment. Between you and me and the brick wall, I often play the role of general manager here, too. Ah, these days the place ain't what it used to be.
This hotel is truly incredible, though. It's kind of sumptuous in an old-fashioned way.
You should see how sumptuous our suites are. For more than a whole century, they have accommodated some of the world's greats. Would you like to take one?
No, it's okay, thank you. I'm not staying. I've got to get away. I'm expected.
Right. Well, in that case, I don't see what I can do for you.
But yeah, it seems he has been watching football. So. Has she introduced herself yet?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer sent by a major American law firm to take care of a delicate inheritance case.
Ah, Very pleased to meet you,
This hotel is truly...
You should see how some...
No.
Right.
Mission, then.
I want to meet someone who lives here.
That's very inconvenient. None of my customers said they were expecting someone. You can't just turn up like that. We've got a very strict policy. In this day and age, the hotel ain't too open to, impromptu visits from any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Please, I
But her
absolutely
name is
must
Kate.
speak with her. It's very important.
If it was that important, all you had to do was ring the hotel. People come here to rest, you see, to get away from the world, which ain't turning so good these days. Don't let me keep you. Good day to you, ma'am.
Honestly, if I could have called, I would have called, but I couldn't. So please, can you bend the rules just a little, sir?
Ma'am, in this hotel, we don't bend nothing for no one. With respect.
They don't even bend straws.
Sir, I really could use your help.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but my helping hand only serves my hotel guests.
Well, let me just say that by helping me out, you'd also be helping out one of your very own guests.
Ma'am,
No,
I'm not
he
to be
wouldn't.
wound around anyone's little finger. You hear?
Pretty sure that lady does not actually want to have anything to do with that guy, so I
Could you tell me if a certain Hans Vorarlberg has ever been here?
think she
On a
disagrees.
spa holiday?
Yes, that's it.
I'm sorry, but our hotel register is strictly confidential.
Come on, please. It's not like it's a state secret you're telling me here.
And if I just let you consult our register, what am I gonna get out of it?
My eternal gratitude?
That's just what I was expecting. Adieu, as the French say, madame.
Could you tell me if...
Honest,
yeah,
I'm...
come on.
And that's...
Right.
Usually I travel on this fantastic mechanical train. Haven't I seen some kind of a station here? Is it possible to arrive here by train then?
Of course it is. What were you suggesting? If I'm not very much mistaken, that's your air balloon I see getting blown to shreds in the hotel garden.
Oh yeah, the airship. That's a bit different. I just borrowed that to make the round-trip journey to Arrelbad.
Whatever. You better think about getting it off there, and quick. With that contraption on my lawn, some of my clientele might have a relapse.
Okay.
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
We had our moment of glory, but now it's all in the past. That's all.
Doesn't it make you sad?
Why should it? Once upon a time I met the greatest of the great. Now I got my memories. Sweet memories.
Well, thanks anyway.
At your service, ma'am.
So... what else is going on? Scrap?
That is so beautiful.
He's very impressed by that fountain, apparently.
I don't need to do that.
Okay. Oh, that's where I can wind up the train. I'm not sure I can do anything in here at this point. More windows. Alright.
No! Oh!
Oh, that's the bell.
I'm sorry to disturb you again.
Don't even think about it. Any way into this hotel is bolted.
Why are you telling me that?
No reason. Like that, just in case you feel like walking in and rummaging about. The times are changing, ma'am, and we've had to introduce a security system. Keep out unwanted visitors as sure as we keep out the sand and the salt, if you get my drift.
Yeah, of course. Well, thanks again for your warmth and hospitality. Well, thanks anyway.
At your service, ma'am.
Seems like we can't.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Okay.
Yes, go!
Found something. Found detergent. I guess I can put that in a fountain.
Sir?
You again? You're beginning to really overstep the mark. I warn you, one more and I'm going to... But what the hell's going on over there? Why is it me gets hell to pay when there's already too much work to do?
Well. Is that a mop? Like, what's he doing? I'm not sure how that's helping, but okay. So, we've got a brochure. This entire thing. So... they don't seem to be in any particular order when it comes to the names. So... well... oh, there he is. So... he left in 85. What was the name of that singer again? Right. There. No departure date. And resident code is 70. So. There we go. Use the phone? Nope. Yep, he did take them up. I'm sure that's gonna help. Why is this place a swimming pool?
Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
My name is Kate Walker.
Pleased to meet you, miss. You are not here for treatment, are you?
No, I'm not. I only want to meet Madame Romansky.
I would be delighted to serve you tea when Madame returns from her constitutional.
I don't want to impose. Maybe your mistress won't want to take tea with me.
Madame likes to complain for the sake of it. Believe me, she loves visits.
In that case, thanks for the invitation. I'm looking for Madame Romansky. Do you know where she is?
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madame Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it possible to go see her?
As you wish, but do pay attention to the salt wind.
Can you take me to Helena Romansky?
Not at this hour, miss. Madame will still be watching the sea at the end of the pier.
So?
Madame knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds. Listen, you can hear them sweeping up and down the beach and out to sea. We call it the salt wind here. It'll drive us all crazy one of these days.
Come on, just make a little effort.
No, I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me. She can be so unpredictable, such violent swings of mood.
Have you ever heard of a Mr. Vorarlberg?
The name is not entirely foreign to me.
Really? You know Hans Vorarlberg?
That I cannot say, miss. Madame has forbidden me from talking about him and even mentioning his name.
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss? Madame would be very angry to learn that I know, and now you know as well.
Don't worry. Mum's the word. Do you know Komkalsgrad? I left my train there with its engineer. You'll never guess what. It's an automaton just like you. There's even a family resemblance.
Firstly, I would say that I do not know Komkalsgrad. Secondly, I have never taken a train. Thirdly, the existence of another automaton with such a degree of finesse as myself appears very unlikely. Madame has always assured me that I am a unique model, a gift from a former admirer.
Yeah, but you two really do look alike. And you know, I miss him.
Why is he not here with his train, then? I would never allow Madame Romansky to leave on her own.
It's a long story, but hopefully I'll see him again soon.
Such attachment is very touching, miss.
Well, I'm going, James. See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
So she does like him. I mean, she seems to be missing him more than her fiance. So, there's that.
I don't need to use this console. Not yet.
Okay.
Darn it!
No?
That doesn't work. Just as I thought. That door is locked.
Alright then. Can't go out that way. And that's the swimming pool, and Kate does not do water. I guess I've got vodka and a glass. Should be interesting. Time to get that lady drunk. She'll be delighted. Access card. Nice. So 0968. Oh, whoopsies. That worked. Is that a gas mask? What happens if I go outside without it? She just goes back inside. There she is.
Madame Romansky? Madame Helena Romansky?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
Ah, Markovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relatives?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Arrowbad. I'm American. A lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left...
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask, they pinch so. I have to go in. Please, could you be so kind as to call my valet?
Your valet? Of course.
Can I continue talking to her?
Madame Romansky?
So, is James coming or isn't he? Don't tell me you haven't called him yet. Oh, my poor head. Please, ring for my valet. We will continue this conversation inside. Hmm?
Okay.
You back here again? How dare you show your damn face round here? Get out of here immediately.
Please. I absolutely must find...
Miss Romansky. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here. Don't matter how vigilant you are, there's always one. But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest? But that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Be quiet, Felix, before you offend someone.
Miss Romansky, please. This maniac turned up earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of my friends. Don't touch and don't swear. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Smetana?
Yes, yes, crystal clear, Madame Romansky. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.
Yay! There's a bell.
If that's going to work...
So, that gonna work? And yes, I just borrowed the bell after
Madame
ringing it.
Romansky?
So, is James...
I guess ringing the bell isn't enough. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I guess I could put the bell there. Did that do anything? I mean, I can't take it. So... Sounds great. But now what? Yeah, I can't take it back.
No point weighing myself down.
Yeah, it's an interesting aesthetic.
James, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you didn't hear the bell this time.
The bell did indeed ring, but it is very windy outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit gusty. But what's that got to do with it?
Madam doesn't understand. She says an automaton doesn't need protection, but my insides don't like the salty wind. I'm afraid to go out, you know.
And if you wore my mask to protect you against the salt, would that help?
Oh, most certainly.
Hey. Who's it this time?
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person? What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Arrowbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember too, honey. So, what's Arrowbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be. You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romansky's a kind of detour here.
Listen, Munchkin, I get the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila. Do you want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved. Looking for Hans Vorarlberg is what I'm being paid for. But I also just want to find him for myself.
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't.
There.
It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romansky. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk about me. Oh dear.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
Ah, so I was, my dear. But surely you didn't come here just to dig up the past.
Well, I kind of did.
Like I said, I'm a lawyer, and to tell you the truth, I don't know much about classical music. But after talking to Mr. Borodin and Mr. Malkovich, they really made me want to hear you.
Oh, you are too late, my child. 10 years too late. And how is dear Frank? Do tell me. Oh, I am still angry with him for leaving like that to America. Don't be offended, but I never suspected those cowboys actually have an ear for real music.
I don't think he sings much anymore. The odd gala, the odd charity event. Anyway, he sends his love.
Oh, his love? Do you hear that, James? There is someone who still loves me on the other side of the Atlantic.
Never said they didn't, madam.
What about this other gentleman? What is his name? Borodin? Do I know him?
Yes, you once sang in Komkalsgrad. An incredible recital, if the director's account is anything to go by. If you only knew how moved he still is. He's another one who still adores you.
I must confess that seeing one of my greatest admirers once more would do wonders for me, but... my voice. It is so... I couldn't.
Well,
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin, director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial Complex, situated to the northeast of here.
I remember that factory. A sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romansky, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans. If you could come and sing for him there, It would make one of his biggest dreams come true.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years. Time has taken its toll. My voice is like the rest of me. Faded and wan, like my heart.
Oh, aren't you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great voice.
Oh, you are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet, but I look reality in the face every time I look in the mirror, and I can tell you, singing is something I did in the past.
Madame Romansky, please understand I would never have come so far to disturb you if I didn't really need your help.
I understand, my dear, but my health is failing me, as does my voice. Believe me, no one is sadder than I.
I don't think I ever got a call from a telemarketer. Gotten calls from, like, the ISP and stuff like that about, like, upgrading the contract, that sort of thing. And apart from that, I've gotten scam calls. But, oh.
Madame Romansky, please understand I would never have come so far to disturb you if I didn't really need your help.
I understand, my dear, but my health is failing me, as does my voice. Believe me, no one is sadder than I.
Fair enough.
Strange. I get the impression that Hans Vorarlberg turned up here, too.
You know Hans Vorarlberg?
Not exactly. I'm looking for him to sort out this inheritance case, but I've had to snoop around in his past a bit to get on his trail, and I guess he's kind of a close friend now. You knew him, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I knew Hans Vorarlberg. Do you hear, James? Ah, if you had the chance to meet Hans. My Hans. Oh, my God. What has become of him? Where is he?
As questions go, madam, that one is not without certain complications.
I'm sorry, but I have no idea. That's the goal of my mission, to find Hans Vorarlberg. That's why I have to get back to my train as quickly as possible and to get out of Komkalsgrad.
And you cannot find him without the train?
The train is one of his last inventions. So is Oscar, the automaton engineer. I get the feeling that the two of them are going to lead me to him.
Did you hear that, James? I might see Hans again. I have dreamed so long of meeting my dearest sweetheart again. Oh, if only I could sing. If only I were in Paris, I would ask George for that miracle cocktail. The one that only he knew how to make. Wouldn't I, James?
Yes, madam. As you have frequently said, without that famous cocktail, your French tour would have probably been cancelled.
I don't understand.
An extraordinary tale, my dear. It was December, and it was terribly cold and damp. I had to play the role of Tatiana that evening at the opera. But since the morning, I had lost my voice. It drove me completely mad with worry. I don't know how George, the barman at the Moritz Hotel, heard about my affliction, but he brought me up a cocktail that he had invented. A strange concoction. But it turned out to be a miracle cure. My voice returned to me in an instant.
That's amazing. That's just what we need. We're going to mix you up a cocktail.
Ah, my dear child. It is impossible. George never told me the recipe of the drink. He loved to keep his trade secrets. He said it made him absolutely irreplaceable.
Well, I'm going to get George to tell me. He hasn't yet met with my powers of persuasion.
So...
You must have had a fantastic life. So exhilarating.
Ah, much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell. I was only going to rest for a month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
I'll let you get a bit of rest. Thank you for listening to me.
It was a real pleasure, my child. You are a charming young lady, and simply talking to you has warmed my soul.
Oh. So. We'll see about that. Is there any vodka needed for this thing? Yep, apparently. Okay. I think I'm gonna deal with this puzzle next time. I'll save again. And I think that's enough for today. So, there's that. And let's see who's live right now. Oh. Wise Goat is working on exploding a durian. So, I think we might go and raid him. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to miss that either. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye!